Yeah, okay. Last
Dude, yeah, keep it
one.
coming, man.
Okay.
I can do this all day.
What is one thing you think everyone gets wrong about your style? I'm sure you've heard it all. Everyone try to break down what you do. What is the one thing you would say everybody gets wrong? I'd say one thing everyone gets wrong that I know for sure is everyone thinks you're just a backwards fighter. I tell them all the time, I think you just like fighting from kicking range.
Yeah.
If you back up, Wonderboy will follow you. He doesn't insist on fighting off the back foot. So that's one thing everybody gets wrong. You're not just a back up all the time kind of fighter.
Yeah.
But besides that, what is something else you say, man, everybody gets this wrong?
Okay, and it's not necessarily in the cage. It's bringing karate fighters in to prepare.
Okay.
Because they think you bring in one karate fighter, they're all the same. All karate fighters are the same.
I see.
Me and MVP, even though we're similar, we're different. You know, MVP and Raymond Daniels, even though they're similar, they're different. So guys would bring it. Rory McDonald brought guys in. Johnny Hendricks brought karate guys in. And Raymond Daniels was most of those guys out there that he would bring in. Huh?
Woodley and Raymond.
Yeah, Woodley, Raymond, yeah. But it until you're out there with that actual fighter, it's not the same.
Okay.
So if I was prepared, if I knew what I know now, right, it would, especially when it comes to I don't allow people to, I don't really let people come in and use me. If they're fighting a karate guy, don't bring me in, man. Okay. You know, it's not going to be the same unless I actually did a lot of study on this guy and knew exactly. And I think it would take a real high-level striker to be able to simulate somebody like that. But until you're out there, it's different. And Rory even said it. He's like, I brought all these karate guys in. It was not the same. You know? Yeah. It's just I don't know, the way they fight, the way they look at everybody has their own fight philosophy and IQ. So it's all different.
So is everyone just screwed then? Like how does someone train for?
Well, you got to do study. Tyron Woodley did very well, especially in their first fight. Okay. He ended up backing up instead of coming forward.
Yes.
Which nobody did up until that point, really. So it made me come to him, and all he had to do was wait for that perfect shot. As I came in, just sat down on it, and I ran into it twice. You know?
Yeah.
Shame on me, man.
No,
but
well.
It was smart. It was very smart. So he was like the first guy to really pick up on that. Of course, I had to, immediately after that fight, I was back in the books like, all right, I got to watch out. You know, which is why the second fight was so boring. Because we knew each other. Yeah. We expected each other to do something different or to do something, and we never did it. We just sat there and waited and, waited until the last minute.
Yeah. Does that, when you say it's boring, do you yourself get bored while in the fight?
No, I don't get bored during the fight. Like, it's my goal. I want to put on a show. Okay. You know, I don't want to go out there and have a boring fight, which is why, any grappler that I fight, what they're going to do. It's going to be a boring fight. I don't like putting on boring fights. Kevin Holland, he was a great dance partner, bro.
Yes.
He was awesome. And he knew that.
Yes.
He knew, let's go out here, let's put on a show. Luke was awesome. Yeah. Luke was awesome too, man. So, you got to go out there and put on a, I want to put on a show. I don't want anybody in the stands to boo it, because that's what they're paying. They're paying to be entertained.
Yeah, yeah. And you fight back. It's not like you run when someone comes at you. Like you fight back.
Yes, sir. Yeah, there have been times where I've had to run out of situations. So guys are coming in. Maybe the side kick was too close, and I had to kind of run out and then reset again. But yeah.
Yeah. For the most part, you get in there.
Yeah.
You
That's
do.
the plan, man.
Yeah. Okay. So that's it for my little question.
Hit me, man.
Every time I remember one more thing. Okay. So when I look at karate, I see, I'm probably completely wrong about this, but it almost feels like it's really, really high when it comes to attribute based. So you got to have a lot of speed, you got to have a lot of athleticism, stamina. So my question for you is, can someone who is slow be good at karate?
100%. Actually, karate will make them assume to be faster.
It would make them seem faster.
Yes.
I see.
When it comes to karate, a lot of it is based on obviously movement, but if you notice, a lot of karate fighters are one-shot people.
Right.
They're not combo people. Right. It's a game of tag, right? And it's a very efficient way of striking, I think, because you're not throwing all the pop, 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 right, strikes or just trying to bang it out. You're looking for that one precise shot, and you hit him with it, and then down they go. You know, I mean, Michael Venom Page, his last fight with Holland, it was literally the same combination. It was just 1, 2.
Yeah.
1, 2.
The occasional.
The occasional something to mix things up.
Yeah.
But it's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know, when some guys just kind of go, you know. So I think it teaches you to keep the distance or close the distance, to let them come in when you want them to come in. Maybe I back up, and as soon as you come forward, I meet you in the middle. So it's all about that distance management, right? Okay. Or if you got an aggressive guy, how to angle off, how to get out of situations quickly, but also to pick your shots, to find that right moment and where those targets are. Most people, when they swing at your head, they're just swinging just to hit you somewhere in the head. We teach to hit certain spots. Okay. Chin, Anthony Pettis put me to sleep by just boom, down I went.
That was crazy.
The temple puts guys on wobble street,
Right.
or makes them seize up and fall over. For instance, when I fought Jake Ellenberger, I spin hook kicked him in the temple, and he kind of went like.
You hit him with that twice.
Yeah. The first one was in the neck, right? So I knew he was going to bring his hand up a little higher. So the second one, I went higher with it and hit him right in the temple, and he kind of like.
That was crazy.
And some, like the ear, just drop. It's like a flash knockdown. I don't know if you saw the first Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier fight. It just grazed right on the ear, and that ear getting hit here, it messes with your equilibrium and drops you. So we're aiming for different things. Okay. So instead of just looking at your head and hitting something there, aim small, miss small. Okay. So it teaches you to be precise and accurate with your techniques. So it makes you assume to be a lot faster than you are. For example, Anderson Silva is not a fast guy. His timing, this is the only guy that I've ever trained with that would do this. He would come out first round, Muay Thai style, right? First, second round, he came out like a karate guy. I was like, I was flipping out. I was like, I didn't know you could do that. You know, he was putting everything together. He wasn't fast. He just had no telegraph to his techniques, right? We really, in karate and traditional arts, we really focus on no telegraphing, right? Where's the telegraph in this? You ready?
I see.
Do you know? That's right. Right. So we work on making that less and less and less. But if there is one, we have two types of movements in the martial arts that we really focus on, right? Number one is your initial movement that you make, which is the very first movement you make. So the dropping of the hand, the bouncing, stop, then throw the technique. That's a telegraph as well. But you can disguise all that with constant movement. So those are your two movements, your initial and your constant movement. Okay. But I can disguise that and make it harder to read by always moving. See what I'm doing? Yeah. Then you can't release, then I go. But if I'm still, any little movement that I make, you're going to react to it.
I see.
But if you're always doing that, you can disguise it. So it makes slow people seem a lot faster than what they are.
Gotcha.
Anderson Silva was not that blistering fast, but he just had no tell, and you didn't know when it was coming. Okay. It was just there, boom. Okay. You know, and he was more of a pop shot guy too. Bang, boom. For example, when he fought Forrest Griffin,
yes,
just whoosh, 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 boom. There, just one shot.